Hello guys and welcome to Late Night Frights. I'm Chris Brock, Supervisor, and this week's theme is our trap theme. So pretty much if you don't know what the theme is based on the title alone, essentially it's pretty much where we take and review a film that has the main protagonist or protagonists in a dire situation that they think they cannot escape from, whether it be they're in an isolated room or anything, as long as they're trapped and they think that they cannot escape from. There's so many examples. There's Saw, The Collector, The Collection, Cube. There's tons of trap-themed horror films out there. And I chose to review a 1997 Canadian horror film, which is considered a cult classic among the horror community and over in Canada, and that is Cube. Okay, so pretty much the plot of Cube. We see this guy wake up. We know nothing about him. We don't know his name. We know absolutely nothing about him. And he opens up this little hatch that is like a little cube, and it leads to the next room. He goes in there, and out of nowhere this wire just comes up and boom, kills him, and he's split into so many pieces, and it's actually a really cool effect. And then we skip to the next room. I think it's like an orange room. Pretty much there's 5 people there, and there are 5 main characters. You have Quentin, Worth, Holloway, Renz, and Levin. Pretty much they all have their traits that make them valuable to the group. But at first, nobody hardly knows anybody, and they're trying to ask around, how do we get here? Some people are pointing fingers. And Renz is an escape artist. He, he's been in jail before, and he always escapes. And he's pretty much showing the group, how to do this, how to do that. And, he uses his boots. He'll take a boot off and he'll throw it into the room because the room is motion activated. They're set with the traps, and some rooms don't have traps. And he'll throw the boot in there to make sure that there isn't no traps, and if there are traps, it will go off if he throws a boot. And pretty much he shows them around, and they actually get past a couple rooms, and he throws the boot in and nothing happens. He jumps in and turns around, and acid just boom goes into his face, and his face starts to melt, and it's a really cool effect. But after that, they lose, the escape artist. He was pretty much their teacher, teaching them all this stuff, how to do this and how to do that. So yeah, pretty much after they lose Renz, who is the escape artist, who pretty much was teaching them everything that they know up to this point, after he dies, they got to figure out a new way to make sure the rooms are secure, because they still use the boot technique. But, Renz threw the boot in and he still got killed, so they got to find another way to make sure the rooms are secure. And I won't spoil it if they do find, how to find a way to do that, or if they don't, I won't spoil that for you guys. But pretty much people that you think are good guys actually try to murder people and throw people into rooms to save their own skin. And some people that you think are sleazy and are just worthless to the group actually step up and become good people. So I like how the film does that. But that's pretty much the basic plot of Cube. So I want to talk about the acting a little bit. They're relatively unknown actors in the film. I haven't heard of any of them outside of this film. And I thought they did pretty good. I wouldn't say it was great acting. It was good acting. It was believable that they were in a situation that they were in, and it was bearable. I wasn't like, oh wow, he was a bad actor. No, it was pretty good for the most part. For them being unknown actors. So I don't have no complaints with the acting. So I want to talk about the special effects a little bit. At the beginning, the special effects are really good, but then after a while it just started to plummet, it started to drop, and I'm just like, wow, where did all their money go? So the special effects for the first half is really good, but the second half, not too great in my opinion. So the directing in the film, I thought the directing was okay. There's really no shots that made me go, wow, that was amazing, or there's really no shots that made me say, wow, that was a terrible shot. I just thought it was average. There's nothing really great about it, and that's how I feel about the film. The film had great potential going into it, and I really liked the first half because the special effects were really good, and I just loved the setup. But then the second half just lost my interest, and the special effects just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. I was just like, wow, where did all the money go to? I think it's an okay film. I don't hate the film. I just don't consider it a cult classic or a classic. I wouldn't put it up there with Psycho, Halloween, TCM, Friday the 13th, all those great films, Nightmare on Elm Street. I just wouldn't put it up there with them. And me personally, I think I like Saw better than this film. But I would recommend it if you guys are huge fans of trap-themed horror films. I would say check it out because you'll probably most likely enjoy it. But for me, it was just an average film. Nothing really to brag about. So if I had to rate it, I'd rate it a 6.0 or a 6.5, out of 10. I just thought it was an average film. But yeah, if you've seen Cube, what do you think of it? Do you think it's a classic? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinion. And stay tuned for Little Rocker Cuties video tomorrow. And be sure to check out our Facebook link and our website link. I'll leave that down below. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.